Trouble mounts for Women and Child Welfare Minister in Maharashtra, Pankaja Munde. There's breaking news that is coming in. There is fresh evidence that belies the claims of Pankaja Munde that there was no wrongdoing in the 206 crore rupee Chikki purchase scam. Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis also gave her a clean chit, but documents tell a different story. These documents have been accessed exclusively by India Today, and they establish violation of norms in rate contract. For instance, the contractor supplying books pocketed a neat 5% benefit after the ministry permitted purchase of books at 20% discount. The norms laid down by Directorate of Library prescribes a minimum discount of 20% and it could go higher. The purchase of books were worth 7.1 crore rupees. Similarly, documents access showed that one of the firms, Messrs. Gyandharan Ayur Pharma, was awarded the contract for Ayurvedic biscuits. The rate contract was 24 rupees 75 paise per 100 grams, and this had expired a long time back in July 2014. The company, however, ended up supplying biscuits worth 95 lakh rupees. Now, to add to Pankaja Munde's troubles, it now emerges that the government order did not exclude rate contract items from e-tendering. Joining me now with more details is my colleague Kamlesh Sutar. Kamlesh, you've accessed documents that seem to indicate whatever Devendra Fadnavis and Pankaja Munde have been saying so far, that there isn't a scam, are perhaps not true. Give us the details.
Well, yes, Gaurav, we have to put these things into perspective. First, what Pankaja Munde said in her defense. She says that all the procurement that was done was as per the rate contracts that were laid down by the DGSND, that is the Director General of Supplies and Disposals. Now, according to the norms that are made for the procurement of books, they have to be done through the Directorate of Libraries. If you are procuring any books, there is a concessional rate. There are guidelines for taken from the supplier who are registered under this rate contract. Now, the document which I have is the rate chart of concession of how much concession should the government should have taken while procuring books. Now, the books that were procured, that were purchased, come under the other books, where the government has to take a 25% of discount. But in this case, it was only 20% discount that the government had taken while procuring these books. So 5% was waived off and directly benefiting 5% to the contractor while procuring these books. So even if they were purchased through the rate contract system, even there are certain norms that were laid down. These norms were clearly neglected, not followed. Secondly, when Pankaja Munde talks about following norms, here is another procurement that was made, purchase of Ayurvedic biscuits. This is the same letter on the same day, the controversial day where 24 GRs were taken out by the state government on the 12th of February. Now, this document, which reads in Marathi, it says that in 2010-11 for the financial year, the tenders for Ayurvedic biscuits were floated.
Viewers who are calling us, and the question that we are asking here on the broadcast, with BJP's power women in trouble, will the Prime Minister share his Man Ki Baat, and should he? Call us at 0120-480-7310. And these are 4 women ministers of the Narendra Modi government, and of course the Rajasthan Chief Minister, all of them, a Maharashtra minister, a Rajasthan Chief Minister, and 2 ministers in the Union Cabinet in the line of fire should the Prime Minister speak his mind. And Bidesh calls us from Kolkata. Go on, share your views. Should the Prime Minister now speak as the Congress demands?
Yeah. Yes, I think... hello?
Yes, go on.
Yes, I think whatever happens with the women, that we'll have to follow. But the thing is that the Prime Minister did first said that na khaunga, na khane dunga. His image is being sullied here.
That's a point you're making. The Prime Minister, when he came to power, said, na khaunga, na khane dunga. And that image of the Prime Minister is taking a beating. Mr. Giri joins us from Chennai. Go on, Mr. Giri. What is your take on BJP's power women in trouble, and should the Prime Minister speak up?
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Giri.
Yeah, this is Giri from Chennai. See, I just want to ask one simple question to all the channels, including viewers. I just made a call. Where are we heading for? We are just running behind the opposition political parties and just blaming the ruling government. So where are we heading for? Is this channel becoming a regional TV serial channel, like just going behind one after another, just simply keep blaming the governments and ruling parties? What is that you people are trying to achieve? Or do you want to set an agenda for the ruling government? Or will you allow the government to function? Or the parliament session is going to be blocked? So do we dissolve this parliament?
So
Then bring back the shadow government, like what Manmohan Singh and UPA did. That people running behind the Prime Minister doesn't speak. There are shadow of people speaking behind him. Where are we heading for? What is this kind of a news channels are trying to achieve? Just throwing simply stones at every issue, bringing the signature, specimen signature. This is the signature of Vasundhara Raj. Where are we heading for? I'm not supporting any political party. Are we going to stick to any specific news on a day that where Prime Minister has just launched the housing for poor? There's hardly any coverage on that one. Hardly any coverage, and all the English news channels I'm talking about, hardly any coverage on that. But where are we heading for? What are we trying to achieve? In one day you are going to dissolve the parliament of 5 years, lifetime parliament in 1 year?
Fair point you're making there. Mr. Giri, many thanks for joining us. I also want to bring in our Western India Bureau Chief Sahil Joshi for more on this. Sahil, Pankaja Munde and Devendra Fadnavis for the moment are insisting old norms were followed, but as documents accessed by Kamlesh Sutar seem to indicate, where 25% concession should have been taken, only 20% was taken. Has the government been able to explain its stance?
See, till now the government, especially the Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, is completely denying that there is any kind of a scam in this, and all the rules and regulations were followed. There is one more thing which Kamlesh actually has brought out, is basically what Pankaja Munde was claiming, that the rate contracts were followed, and because of that it was not necessary to go for the tendering process, whereas Kamlesh is also claiming that the GR, the General Government Rule, clearly says that the tendering process has to be done in which the contract is going to be more than 3 lakh rupees. At the same time, they also went for the purchasing place for those items as well, which were not defined in the rate contract. The rate contract of those items were already over 6 months before. So basically now the government has to answer many of the questions. But at the same time, the Anti-Corruption Bureau, it's kind of taken a cognizance of the complaint filed by the Congress party yesterday in its office, and they have asked the Principal Secretary of Women and Child Development Department of Maharashtra to kind of explain that this is the complaint they have received and what is their stand on the complaint filed by the Congress party to them on the alleged scam against Women and Child Development Minister Pankaja Munde. So now it is a role reversal in Maharashtra. Earlier it used to be Kirit Somaiya or someone else from BJP who used to go to Anti-Corruption Bureau to file a complaint against Chhagan Bhujbal or other ministers, whereas now we can see that the Congress party is going ahead and filing a complaint against ministers in the
Sahil, stay on with me. One of our callers, Mahendra from Chennai, on this issue. You have 2 union cabinet ministers, 1 chief minister, 1 women and child development minister in the eye of a storm. Mr. Mahendra, should the Prime Minister speak up?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to say very good evening and very thankful to all the media, the way the news has been brought to the public domain. It is really, it's hurting the image even of the government and the working of the government. I would like to say specifically the Pankaja Munde case, the way the allotment has been done, it is a serious concern for corruption or of breaching the system. How can one minister with his or her power and allocate all the tenders by violating all the norms? it is a serious concern. She should step down and specific inquiry should happen there.
Now, of course, cognizance has been taken by the Anti-Corruption Bureau in this case, sir. I also have Mr. Srinivasan calling us from Bangalore. Go on, sir. Have your say. While Pankaja Munde may insist that she is innocent and that there is no scam, your take, is it time for the Prime Minister to speak up?
Gentlemen, I would like to tell you something. Mr. Munde himself, before they came to power, he used to say, I will bring Sharad Pawar into books because he has direct contact with the Dawood Ibrahim, he said. After they came to power, he never opened his mouth. Because the politics is actually in India, if only emergency can save India, I can say, because there, Smriti Irani and Mr. Arun Jaitley, who have never won the election, they have become ministers. So you can think about the status of bloody India and the country, the ruling party. Whenever they come to the power, they are worse than even Congress, I would say. Even though I am not supporting Congress, I am not supporting BJP.
Okay.
Compared to Congress, BJP is the worst person. Because if you remember in one of the debates, Nirmala Sitharaman used to say these people are arrogant. As if she is very polite and talking to the people. If you have watched those debates, say about before the election was won by BJP, the way Nirmala Sitharaman used to talk as if she's a bloody master in everything.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Language is something we would request all our viewers to remain decent in their language. Veera joins us from Pune. Go on, ma'am, your take.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Veera.
Yeah, day by day these things are coming out through the media. So I want to tell you one thing to public. No politician or individuals ready to accept their scandal and crime. So every party is supporting their individuals. So this is not good for our Indian economy as well as the state and central. So I am a supporter of BJP, but I am little bit worried about the number of scandals keep on increasing. The government is not speaking out of this.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing your views. We also have Dr. Sandeep Mishra from Bhubaneswar who joins us on the broadcast. Dr. Mishra, is it time for a Mann Ki Baat on women power in the Modi government? Dr. Mishra?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Actually, not only me, like most of us got hypnotized when we looked at the personalities and everything and his views and Mann Ki Baat, everything. So at the end of first year, when it declared that we didn't have any scam, look at us. Yes, it was really a good feeling for all of us. But look at the scandals. Three ladies, Sushma, Basundara and I forgot the name of, Miss Munde, whatever. I mean, they are involved in in scams which cannot be imagined by a citizen, even by rich people also. Yeah, it's like multi-billion-dollar scam. And now I can see there is a press conference going on. Can you really spend 200 or more than 200 crores without any e-tendering?
That remains the big question that the Anti-Corruption Bureau in Maharashtra will now investigate. To our viewers, many thanks for calling us on this broadcast.